let's see if this works. So we never know if it actually works. Okay. Says I'm live. I think. Who knows? Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the studio. It's going to be another fun day. Yes. So, I hate doing that. As you can tell, I cleaned my studio a little bit. We can see floor. Yay, floor. And I've had breakfast. Yay. So, last test. Let's catch up to where I am. I'm still half asleep, apparently. First of all, last time we did a big test, we were testing to see if the chat, no chat, would get a higher playback value so a lot more people can see this and blah, 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 blah. The answer is no. I don't know where the splurge of 80-something odd people came in one day to watch my channel. I was very excited about that, but I have not been able to redo that again. So, really weird. I'm kind of like, okay, whatever. So, yeah. Interesting day. So, next up, wonderful spam time. So, yet again, I'm just going out there, throwing things around here real fast, letting everybody know. I have an inbox. Oh, okay, cool. So I'm going to just shout out towards everybody here real fast once Facebook decides to cooperate. And of course, Stream Day. I don't know if it's working. Is it still working for you guys? Working for me? I don't know. Okay, so you guys are going to have to let me know if the volume's too loud, too little, if I'm not talking loud enough, my microphone is not picking me up, something along that lines, which would be awesome in any day. But we're working on feet. Now, I've already been working on this last night. That's why I say ish. Because I've been working on this last night, started a little bit, and really got deep in it, but I made a foot. It's really cool. It's my personal design. I like doing it this way, not only for safety concerns and stuff like that, but the foot's right here. So these are outdoor feet paws. These are the only ones like I like to make. I do not like putting anything under this, like the EVA foam, and then wrap it with the beans and everything like that. Because I personally don't feel like it's going to be safe enough. Like if you catch water or something, you're going to go flying. So this is how I like to do these. Plus, if your shoe gets too loose, you wear it out, etc., 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 you can always replace it very simply by just taking out the shoe, putting it back in. So, really cool. I love this. Never really get to see it. But that's what we're working on right now. So let me grab my needle again. So I already started sewing this morning. Forgot to turn on my camera to stream, but toes. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. Now, remember, everybody, chat is open. YouTube chat. So drop a line in. Say hi to me. Let me know you're watching today. I also have Telegram, Facebook, all those fun little platforms all open. Can you guys see me okay over there? There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm going through, I'm just pinning this into place, which is the top section of the foot. Hypothetically, I can machine sew this, but for some odd reason today I'm just hand sewing. I knew that was going to do that. My string popped. Like I must have hit it with my scissors or something this morning. Okay, let's try this again. I'm so confused today. Okay. Got our knot now. One day I will get a bigger table. It is on my agenda. Why am I having such a hard time sewing today? Like, my fingers are catching on everything today. There we go. Sometimes the screamo is good. Sometimes it's not. It's like a little too much screamo for me. Alright. The one thing I have to say about this red fur, it gets everywhere. And it sticks to everything. Drives me nuts. Ooh, that's gonna get hot. That's hot glue. Hot. So now what I'm doing is I'm gluing each individual toe um, to make that secure seam and kind of flatten everything out. It's just kind of like how you have to layer it one piece at a time. And I really make sure to get that cracked pretty good because that's going to give the definition of the toe better. And I'm going to have to change my music today. Very screamo today. Very screamo today. Okay. I can't do this music today. It's distracting. Oh, where's all the other ones? There we go. Alright. So now we can do one of two things. We can work on making sure all the toes are on correctly. You guys can't see down here. I gotta see live. Okay, so we can work on all the toes down here, making sure everything's trimmed, looks nice, lined up and everything, because as of right now, as you can tell, it is not very lined up, which is fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our back piece, we're going to sew on our back piece first, and then just like yay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go around, the bottom of it piece by piece, just kind of snipping, trimming, going from there. To do that, I need thread. Come on. Hey, Gibbs. Hey, Wonder Cold. Welcome, guys. through. Okay, so I gave it a little reinforcement down here because I had to pull on it pretty good before we start getting the glue on and everything. So I give it a little reinforcement down there, and now let's go to the other side. There, now you guys can see. I do this a lot for some reason. I sew in my lap. Alright, now the fun part. Pressy, pressy, press. Yuck. Alright guys, I'm going to let this sit for a minute while I go get the next thing that I'm going to work on today. I'm going to let this sit for a minute though, so I can keep kind of tugging right here at the end where I'm trying to get to. As you can tell, there is a massive overlap right there. Instead of just kind of pinning it down, I want to take it off. But I don't want to tug on anything until I have everything kind of in place. So give that a second, and we'll go set up for my next thing. Oop, sorry. Alright, we got bodies. Come over here. We got a body. It's stuffed. Extra stuffed. I do want to point out something. I'm sorry. I'm going to throw you out there, Lil Red Dragon. Okay. When you build your duct tape dummy, you want a T-pose. Okay? The issue with this suit here is it's not T-posed enough. Because the underarm right here, if I pull this up, see what it's doing to the shoulder? It's not bending the shoulder. It's bending more at the forearm. That could be an issue when I build suits. Easy enough fix. I'm going to just make a little slit right here so I have more freedom of this arm. But I'm also going to have measurements that I'm going to use on arms. Also, I don't know who makes duct tape dummies, but when your legs come out bent, that's kind of weird. I've never seen a duct tape dummy with bent legs. So that's also going to be an issue, especially with digis. Because digis, you kind of need a straight leg. This is like an over padded knee. You kind of need a straight leg. And that's how you build your padding and everything, which we're going to be doing today. Which it's going to make it a little awkward, but I don't see that I can't do it. So technically, I'm not going to make them redo their dummy, but this is a couple examples of things to look out when you make a dummy and send it to me. So, dummies. But, yet again, let's have some fun. Move my foot out of the way. So, typically for this, I like to use 1-inch foam. That gives me a lot of able layering. So, let me try that out. So here's a bunch of 1-inch foam. Like I said, I use 1-inch for the layering. You can jump right into 3-inch foam as blocks, and then you carve your blocks down. But this is a lot easier. So when you start working on the booty, which I'm gonna have to drop my camera even more. All right, let's try this again. Sorry guys. So when you work on the booty, you want the booty to stick out to about right here. And then you want it to kind of flow down the legs. Kind of like, say, booty comes out here, and then you want it to come in towards your kneecap. Your kneecap then pops out, and then goes down towards your shin, and then your shin, you have a bubble. Bubbles. And we're going to work on that with the shoes too. So a lot of work on this ahead. Exactly how I'm going to plan it out, I have no idea, but we're going to give it an old college try. Now I do have to make a funny joke. I think this is hysterical. The bent knees actually help support the desk. Just saying. So, what I'm going to be using is okay. Really? The maker life. When all your stuff gets tangled up. Okay, let's try this again. Electric turkey carver with blades and a marker is the easiest way to do this part. Yet again, we do layering, which we can actually start with this piece here. Actually, how do I want to do this? Pillow method. Got it. Okay. So what you're going to do for pillow method, you're going to draw the most symmetrical line you can straight down the body on both sides. Okay, this method only works This method only works if you have a symmetrical suit. Okay? And if you don't know what symmetrical is, or if I'm using the word wrong, it has to look the same on both sides. Not only is this going to save a little bit on foam, because we gotta figure out how we're gonna plan it out and stuff like that, and how we're gonna layer it on here and stuff. To figure all this out and to save on foam, we're gonna do a symmetrical way, or basically you build half the body, and then we're gonna do pillow padding, which you use the foams as templates, make pillow pads, and go from there. Which I will send said templates to to Lil Red Dragon. I will send them to them because I want to. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to think here. I want to send these to them, so if they ever have issues with their pillow pads, or they have... What am I doing? Or if they have issues with... they lost a pillow pad somewhere, they have a template that they can go back and reference. Or even contact me and let me know, hey, I lost a pad, how do I fix it? And I'm more than happy to show them. Alright, now this next part is a little bit pain in the butt. No pun intended. You're going to use push pins and a little bit of hot glue if it'll stick. If it doesn't, there is a plan B that you guys can always use. I don't like that method because it gets really entangled and everything. But you just use a couple push pins. And you do them on the very, very edge when you're doing it this way. And the reasoning behind this is as you do this on the edge, you're going to build layers going down the leg here. You're going to build layers, and as you build said layers, you're gonna miss your pins completely. So. Ow! Hot glue on the finger. I just wish I had a faster, like, hot glue gun that you could spit this stuff out at a rapid rate. Especially when I do, like, big projects like this. Alright, we're going to let that sit for a second. And now, we're going to make one more piece. It's going to be about the size of my hand. Literally goes right there. This will give it that curve. And then we'll start shaving down this way. So kind of more like a lump where my hand is. This piece was meant to fit. Shoot, I can't say that's a bad piece at all. Hand cramps. Booty. Alright. So I think we're good on the booty. It's not the butt of all jokes. Come on, people. I'm just dying because of these bent knees here. I'm like, seriously, normally I deal with a mannequin stand that hangs from the roof with a T-bar on it. Okay, so it fits your suit very well. This is the first time I've ever done a suit that not only has knee bends, but bends perfectly for my table. Okay, anything. I promise I won't make fun anymore. Okay, almost fits perfectly for my table. Okay. So now what I'm going to work on is the front padding piece. The front padding piece gives that bulge to the knee look. And it's just a piece that goes right in your shin and hyper extends your knee basically and gives it that look, and then you bring it back in the back shin piece. Or whatever the back calf. There we are. Calf piece. I know my anatomy, I swear. Now, as I said earlier, there is another method of doing this other than the push pins. This method, you just use cellophane to kind of pack on your layers, and then you just cut all your cellophane out later on. You can do it that way, but personally, I found it very difficult, and it kind of threw off a little bit of the pattern when I did it that way. Hopefully Lil Red Dragon doesn't believe in voodoo, right? Your knees aren't hurting today, right? Feels like a bunch of push pins in them? Nah. Alright. So I'm going to let this sit yet again for a minute. Now, personally, I have seen 6 inches of padding added to a suit before. 6.5 technically if you count the half layer at the top. And that gives it that really defined look. But I'm going to tell you, if you do it this way, and you carve your piece, and then you pad it, tape it, just like any template that you do with heads or anything like that, this method does work out as well. Little extra work, but you get a fine template when you're there, which is awesome. Okay. Yet again, another piece. We're gonna go a little lower. Marker. We're gonna go a little lower. A little bit more in. I'm gonna go to work today with marker all over my hands. What you been doing today? Nope. That was short. Okay, we're gonna save that one. Okay. Now, when I get done with putting all this on, to make sure to keep the figure that we got going on, I will wrap it with saran wrap like I typically do. But you wrap it with saran wrap to give it that final kind of look that you're going for. And it holds everything in place overnight, so while you're waiting for a client to get back with you and message you, be like, oh, hey, yeah, that looks great. Keep going, keep going. You know, while you're waiting on that phase, you want to try and keep it all together so it doesn't fall apart, because the hot glue alone will not stick to a duct tape dummy. I have seen it fall off, even with the push pins. Take the push pins out before you cellophane, of course, as well. It'll give you that defined look in the end, for sure. Uh-oh. I need another glue stick! I'm gonna probably have to lower all these. Because my knee's not building up where I want it. Now, we're going to take that, make one more lower section. Yeah, that works for me. Alright, I'm going to have to turn this on high because my glue's not keeping up. Okay. Yet again, what I just did, to kind of point out what I did, is, so you got the butt, and the butt's going to flow into the kneecap. Kneecap's going to come down and flow back to the shin. Shin's going to stick out. Shin's going to come up. Shin's going to bulge out a little bit. And it's going to kind of be a quick bulge, but it's going to bulge out a little bit. And then it's going to go right into the shoe cap, which sits about right here. So that's why I left about this much room for a shoe cap. As they say, this is the bottom of their where their ankle sits. So using a shoe, let's show you what it's going to look like. So shoes on. We got to build a little cap about this big, right above the foot, and we got to blend that all in. So that's hypothetically of what I have here. Okay. Now, in order to do this part, we need to kind of get stay. Now this one I'm not making round on purpose because I'm going to have to kind of line it up a little bit better when I kind of start lining everything else. Oh my gosh, Saturn's in the house! Woo! Party doggo! Party doggo has a cough. Go to the hospital. I don't want no coughing. Are you a new Pokemon? We'll call you Wheezy Saturn. Ah! And Woozy, poor puppy. Okay. I think I can sit now. Alright, so like I said, we gotta make a little front piece here to kind of accent the front of the foot. What have I been up to? Really? What do you think I've been doing? Oy. You're funny. Oh, I got a message. I got a message. Sorry, Little Red Dragon. You might feel this. Ted 2.0? No, not Ted 2.0. This is Little Red Dragon. See? Right there. How can I make cute and a devil at the same time? Oh, dragon. That's right. Devil, dragon. I swear it's devil. Little Red Devil. I'm going to have to go back and look. Okay. So, I think we need to... we need to let it dry, and then we can start trimming. You know what? I think I'm happy with the layout of this so far. Now, hopefully my client is too. Now, when you guys take off your padding here, make sure to take out your pins. Not only does your client not like them, but your your tools don't like them, like your scissors, or your fingers. As I stabbed myself several times on camera. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim up the booty. I'm going to try to do this so you guys can see. Oops, too much. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, guys, if you haven't caught on, is I'm basically getting rid of all the corners. And as you trim down all the corners, you're going to hold your knife at an angle to where, one, you're cutting away from yourself, not towards yourself, and your hand is always out of the way. Safety first. Okay? But that is what the booty's going to look like. Going to be a little booty, but as it kind of bends down into the leg, you know, kind of like that, as it bends down into the leg, it'll give just a little bump in the butt and be good. High 5 corners. Booty cheek. RJ, what's up, my brother? Welcome to the stream, my friend. got a girlfriend. Got a girlfriend. Woo. Woo. Well, hopefully one day she'll need a fursuit, and you know where to turn to. Or you just have her wear RJ. So much foam. Alright. So you've heard me hacking and slashing at this. There's a knee. And to give you an example of said knee, it'll sit just a little bit on her upper leg like this. Kneecap. Now, when all this is furred, it will come up a little bit. It'll bulge. So it's actually pretty good. Ow! Hot glue. An owl? Really? An owl? A species I don't know? I don't know. Maybe for a friend I might try. But feathers ain't my thing. Because I would get all crazy and I'd put feathers on it. A dragon? A dragon? I'm just teasing. I knew what you meant. I'm sorry, I fell asleep. What? Ow, fingers. Okay, so like I said, take out your pins before you hurt your client. To RJ, what are you making? I am making a digi-grade leg. And I am going step by step with you guys right now. So, basically, from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some cellophane, aka plastic wrap, if everybody doesn't know what cellophane is. And then I'm going to wrap it inch by inch all the way up the leg. Hopefully going to get the whole body, but we'll see. What you do is you put this down prior to doing any taping. So duct tape on duct tape, you won't get off. It's just added duct tape. You don't want to cut your bodysuit because you want your suit that you're making to go back onto the bodysuit to make sure you got the right fit. So that's why you never want to cut a duct tape dummy. Realistically, if you cut the dummy and literally pattern it out and everything, it should fit the client because it's their dummy. Anyway, never cut your dummy. Keep your dummy. Plus, it's nice to have dummies around the house. So just kind of waiting for the glue to dry because I don't want my plastic to melt. Speaking of melting, I'm going to turn that back down. But yes, so what you do is you take the plastic wrap here, just like you do with heads or hot glue and flush. I'm going to scream. What did I do to this cellophane? I might have to go get another roll, guys. On this episode of Nico's Gone Crazy, can he defeat the evil cellophane monster? Ah! I win. Alright, when you do this, you do want to make it somewhat, I don't want to say tight because that's not the word, stiff. So that way all your padding is down correctly. When you do your layers, you're going to start getting that look that you're looking for when you're doing suits. And that's if that came out any better. Alright. So, let me stand up here. Get all my crumbs off me. So, as you can tell, my camera doesn't really do it justice because the light's all reflecting. Let me see if I can get closer. But do you see how it webs and it goes right into the next piece and then down again? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pattern, take pictures of it, send it off to the client for the evening, and that's where I'm going to probably end my stream tonight. As you know, it's just a bunch of drawing that my camera really doesn't pick up well, so but check me out this week, guys. I do plan on streaming several times this week, probably 2-3 more times for sure. Maybe a little more after, who really knows. But I think this is where I'm at. Hopefully the client agrees, likes it, and we can go from there. Definitely very defined with the back here, which is what I was really hoping for when it came out, because of that curve and straight down. So we'll get some pictures off, send it to the client. But thanks for sticking in with me, guys. I appreciate you today, and I will talk to you on the next stream. I'll see you next time.